Welcome to BeerNet Radio. Listen to on every continent except Antarctica. B-E-E-R-R-N-E-T.
Beer.
BeerNet Radio.
Good morning.
Hey. My headphones don't want to work. They're being ridiculous.
Oh shit, my headphones aren't working either.
Oh no.
What? We have technical difficulties?
That just doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Okay, now my headphones are working.
All right, I'm gonna try one more time. It keeps doing the thing where it makes the dinging sound like they're on, and then
Nothing.
yeah, see. But it's not on the laptop. But it's not on my phone either. What are you connecting to?
Well, I can hear you all.
Okay, well,
Well,
do this, I guess.
So sometimes you have to go to that mute button and say, hey, look at my headphones.
I know, but it's not even showing up there. That's what I just tried to do.
You don't know what
And
you're
it's not even showing up on my like Bluetooth preferences.
Well, so I got an email saying that Brent joined the call, and then I'm on here and he's not on the call.
Maybe he did it on accident and then he went, oh shit.
You know what I've been telling you?
What's that?
You know what I like to do on a Monday morning like this when it's cold out is I like to wake up and get myself a big jug of Tito's vodka and a bottle of Zing Zang and just make myself a nice Bloody Mary to kick off the week. Just get my juices flowing, my creative juices. And I don't know, do you like to do that? Or no?
Maybe not on a Monday.
Well, I don't know what.
Maybe I'm doing it wrong though.
Well, maybe you are. Oh, well, you know what? We have Brent Albertson, who's the CEO of Zing Zang. Hello, Brent. Thank you for joining BeerNet Radio.
Hi there. How you doing, Harry? Hey, I'm all about it on a Monday morning. I think it's I mean, any morning is a great morning to Zing Zang.
Oh, you got it. And you know, I got to tell you, Brent, I know you hear this all the time, but I've been a Zing Zang fan for many years, really early 2000s, I think. And you know, what I like about it is everybody in kind of that market. Zing Zang, of course, is the number one mixer for margaritas and bloodies. One of the things is every other mixer had either tomatoes on the front of it or kind of a brown or the same. Everybody had the same label. And then Zing Zang came out with this kind of 80s weird, it looked like a Mountain Dew label. It is so different that it really stands out. So tell us, can you tell us for our listeners who may not be, apprised of kind of the history of Zing Zang, how you got started?
Yeah, sure thing. Back in 1996, our founder was a big Bloody Mary guy. He made, we have pictures of him making, 15 pots and pans in his kitchen, 7 vegetable juices. But he would make this recipe only for his family in his family reunion. So they talked him into launching this brand back in 1996, 1997 when he retired. And yeah, it's, the story of that awesome label that you're talking about. I think, they were in a grocery store and saw this great big lineup of Bounty towels, and man, they saw that fluorescent green and it just popped. So I think that was the origin of that label that you're talking about. But the formula, the liquid, is really what made this brand and still continues to rev it up to this day.
That is interesting. When you think about it, it does kind of look like the Bounty towel,
It's a great American success story. You can still make an awesome product like that and start here in Chicago with just a formula and become number one.
That is great. And so let's and tell me about yourself. You have worked at Diageo. I've heard of it.
That's right. I spent about 30 years over at Diageo. It's a terrific company, amazing portfolio, great people, great experience for me. But yeah, I'm having some fun here. I've been with Zing Zang now for about 6 years, 2 of that as CEO.
Okay, cool. And so it looks like you're getting into the RTD business, and I'll let Sarah ask you about that. But tell us, like right now, obviously Zing Zang is a non-alc mixer. What's your route to market for that? Do you use wine and spirits wholesalers or food wholesalers? How's it go?
Yeah, 5 or 6 years ago, we had a route to market that was very disparate. We had, a couple hundred distributors. We've worked hard on that. I have a really terrific team that has helped me work on that. We do most of our work through beer, wine, and spirits wholesalers now because we're a drinks company. Now we do have some legacy food partners as well. But yeah, I think on the mix side, it's a little more wide open. But as you know, on the ready to drink side, we use real spirits. So we're a real drink. We're a real cocktail. So we lean on our spirits partners.
It seems kind of like a natural progression, I guess, as a mixer brand already to enter the RTD biz. But like, how long have you guys been working on this product, and why use the real spirits versus, the malt sugar base? So what are your thoughts there?
Yeah, we've been working on it for a while. The core of this brand is really to give consumers great mixers, great liquids that they don't have to do anything with. All you have to do is add premium spirits. Our Bloody Mary mix, the best thing about this brand is our liquids. So our margarita mix is the same way. All you have to do is add tequila. It took us 17 tries to get that all natural margarita mix right. And we kept a little bit of that Grand Marnier taste in it just because we wanted people just to be able to add tequila. Same thing with sweet and sour. We wanted to just add bourbon to it and have an awesome bourbon sour. So the progression of thinking over the last few years was we wanted to continue to help consumers drink awesome cocktails very simply. So the next step for us was very logical to go into ready to drinks. Now, within 7 months of launching, we became the #1 Bloody Mary ready to drink, passing Cutwater. So, the consumers love it. The consumers love the convenience, but they also love the quality. The quality isn't there in a lot of these bubbly, sparkly seltzers. We hear consumers all the time tell us that, that's kind of a factory flavor, or that's kind of this flavor or that flavor. We're launching mango ready to drink this month, and we use real mango puree so that you get that real awesome, made at home sort of mango ready to drink. That's our brand. Our brand is about awesome liquids and making it easy for consumers.
Did you ever consider going to a premium spirits company and saying, "Hey, do you want a co-brand on a mix, or do it that way?"
Yeah, we had a couple come to us early on when we launched our all naturals, and at the time, we were working on this Zing Zang brand, and we were already a little bit down the road, Harry. We had some big customers and big bartenders that were kind of helping us underneath the tent, and they loved our liquids. They loved our brand, so we didn't do anything on the co-branding side.
And it's a kind of a high ABV, like 8 or 9%. Is that what I read?
It is 9%. And the reason it's 9% is quite simply, we tried 7, we tried 8, we tried 11, we tried 12. And we wanted people to be able to rip the top, take a drink and say, "Man, that's a Zing Zang Bloody Mary." So the real bartender mix drink is about that 4 to 1. So it came out to be right at that 9%.
Interesting. Okay. And in this era where everybody's chasing this better for you and health and wellness, this drink, I haven't seen the package, but I imagine it's kind of a high calorie count because it's very flavorful. Is that right, or what are we working with here?
It's really not. And when you think about that's the package, Harry. I don't know if you've seen the 4-packs, but
I haven't. That's beautiful.
But it's a 4-pack. It's a 12-ounce sleek can. And you know what? Our Zing Zangers love this. Love this can, and it's a very popular style of can. But it's really not. When you think of our Bloody Mary, it's really low carb. It's really high in vegetable. 7 vegetable juices. To stay true to our margarita and our mango with real puree, the calories are a bit higher. But it's really not. When you think about a real drink that a bartender pours, this is all natural ingredients. So we didn't want to use any high fructose corn syrup. We didn't want to use any preservatives. So it really fits into that better for you lane.
When you go to chain buyers, like Total Bevmo or Total Wine or somebody like that, are you using kind of the same people that I don't know how non-alc mixers work, but do you kind of already have an entree over there in those places?
Well, we do. A lot of, and like I said, I hired a really great team. We have a lot of great relationships. Some of them came from Pernod, some of them came from Mark Anthony, some of them came from Diageo. So we know the industry. My team knows the industry. We know the players, and we've been very fortunate to have a lot of those players, when we sit down with them and show them what we're up to and share with them some of our innovation, the reaction that we get, Harry, a lot of times is, wow, I love Zing Zang. So when your conversation starts off there, it's going to be a good meeting. Right. And when you taste the liquids and you taste the innovation and it delivers, our liquids deliver, more than more for the cost. So we fit right into to this world. We know the players, we know the people. We have some amazing relationships and great Zing Zangers over on the other side of the desk.
Yeah, I mean, just like our conversation started, that's exactly the first thing I said. I probably hear this a lot, but I love Zing Zang, and even on a Monday morning. So, all right.
Yeah. Harry, when I got, I tell this story, my team is so tired of me telling the story, but when I got the phone call, back in the Diageo days, and somebody was talking about this roll, I said, well, what brand are you talking about? And they said, Zing Zang. And I said, and I quote, I love that effing brand. So it all started there for me too.
That's fantastic. I'm curious too, how you're planning to kind of push this maybe in like on-premise world, or put these in hotel rooms for sure.
Yeah, no, great question. We have, ease and convenience is really critical, and I think that's really critical to this brand. But it's also important that people want real cocktails. So there's a place for beer, there's a place for seltzer, but there's also a place for real cocktails. So we've had some amazing conversations with airlines, with golf courses, with brunch operators, with casinos. And, when you think about having a Zing Zang, just sitting there in the golf cart cooler, rather than having, a golf cart person have to pour and mix and everything, their response is, Eureka, why don't you do this sooner? So we see a big on-premise opportunity. My team, especially, it's the dead of winter here in Chicago, but my team down in Florida, down in Texas, down in some of these areas, they're selling, they have operators that are selling these in buckets. So it's a great cocktail, and it's so easy just to rip the top, and you could either pour it in a glass or drink it right from the can.
What is the price point you're looking for the 4-pack in off-premise?
We're right about $12.99, Harry.
Okay.
You see some markets promoting. We have this is a really hot category, as you know. So some retailers are promoting down to $9.99, $11.99, but in that realm.
Okay, and is it which network are you with? Is it Southern or? We
are with Southern Glaziers. We're with RNDC. We are with Breakthrough. We're with some awesome independents like Horizon in Massachusetts, Littman Brothers in Tennessee. Johnson Brothers up in Minnesota. We have some great beer distributors as well, who really love this space and who really helped us a ton. People like Alliance over in Michigan. So yeah, our partners have been really terrific in this launch.
Okay.
I'm curious about your spirit partner. I guess how you went about choosing, the tequila to put into these brands.
Well, it's a good question, because when you think about how Kettle One or Smirnoff or Tito's, they all make their own liquids. And usually in this world that we live in, there's sometimes excess, but there are also some distillers out there who just sell on the open market. So we ended up with a 6 times distilled vodka. We ended up with premium silver tequila, and we have Kentucky straight bourbon in our bourbon sour. So we went out on the open market, and right now I think we're getting our vodka from Holland, believe it or not. So it's been a bit of an education to go out on the open market, being away from the Diageo world, being in the world that I'm in now. But there are great liquids out there to be sourced.
And who owns Zing Zang now?
Yeah, Zing Zang is owned by Next Phase Capital. They're a terrific group out of New York. I really like this group. They're aggressive. They're supportive. They really love this space. They've been really terrific.
Gotcha. Okay. And what so I see you have the margarita coming out, RTD. You have the Bloody Mary. The new mango flavored margarita is the new one that's coming out. And any more innovations you anticipate this year, or that's you kind of got your hands full, looks like?
Well, we do have our hands full, but I think what normally what we like to do, Harry, is we like to have an awesome liquid on the mix side, and then extend into the ready to drink, so people know that taste. So last year we launched this all natural mango margarita mix with mango puree. It's flying. We've upped our forecast about 5 times already. So and now we're launching 175s, and now we're going into ready to drink because mango is the hottest flavor on the planet. So we feel great about mango. We also have, I don't know if you guys are into spicy margaritas, but
Sure.
This spicy margarita, the drink itself is in every on-premise account, even luxury steak. It's not just for Mexican restaurants anymore. My head of sales, Steve Kreitz, really pushed this, and there is nothing awesome on the market. So we developed this spicy margarita with jalapeno. It's got a nice sweet to heat sort of experience. So the spicy margarita is coming in a mix next month as well. But yeah, we have a lot of ideas. My team, the best ideas have come from my team. We have some, we kind of cast a wide net. We have some really great partners in the retail and distributor space. So our innovation process has been really terrific, utilizing their ideas, their thoughts, but also ideas from my team.
For sure. And do you see the RTD aspect of the business becoming a larger portion of it? Do you want it to be like 50-50 with the mixers, or is the mixer still going to be the lion's share?
Well, I think, 5 or 6 years ago, Sarah, we did 99% of our business in 2 SKUs, and they were both Bloody Mary SKUs. That's where I fell in love with the brand. That's where Harry fell in love with the brand. We started in the on-premise. That's where bartenders fell in love with the brand. So our core is really that. But we see it as kind of a natural extension to the core to go into, to make it even easier to go into ready to drink. So we do see a bit of a balance in percentage of sales. But we want to make really great liquids on the mix side, and then extend into ready to drink, just logically. And I think it works.
I do like that, starting with the mixer. You're like, let me get that right, get that out there, and then you can kind of see how that flavor does before putting the RTD.
Yeah, Sarah, it's not easy. I told you that our margarita mix took us 17 different tries, but we wanted to keep. We wanted no high fructose corn syrup, no dyes, no preservatives, but we also wanted it to taste awesome. We wanted We put key lime, we put lime, and we wanted to keep a little bit of that Grand Marnier taste in it. So all you have to do is add tequila. So it's really, it's not easy to do, but once we get it right here, it makes it so much easier to extend into ready to drink.
One of the issues for branded cocktails that go into RTD canned cocktail space is that people are used to whatever that brand is. And then when you mix it with something, the expectation may not be there of how it should taste. And do you get any of that? Have you heard any blowback from consumers that, hey, this is not how I make my, Bloody Mary or margarita?
We haven't really heard much of that, Harry, although we do know, and, we did some research and that 21 to 25-year-old is kind of that's a consumer that likes to ramp it up fast and, put extra vodka in their seltzers and put extra this and that and do shots and everything. When you get to the 26 to 40-year-olds, our research showed this area was really a great one for us because they like convenience, but they like real drinks and they like convenience. So that's a real sweet spot for us. When you get to the 40 and over, that's a lot of people like myself who like to build their own masterpiece. So when I make a Zing Zang Bloody Mary, I may put extra olive juice, extra pickle juice. I might use some Old Bay. I might use some Chicago steak seasoning. I might do a lot of things, but that's my masterpiece. And that's kind of, that consumer, that the big Zing Zang consumer there. So we definitely see a niche here in that 25 to 40-year-old range where we're making it easy, but when they do rip the top, as I mentioned, it's got to taste like Zing Zang. It's got to be a Zing Zang Bloody. It's got to be a Zing Zang Marg.
I would think that it's be easier to go from the mixer to the bev-alc RTD than the other way around, as far as that issue would be concerned. And so, all right, well, cool. Anything else, Sarah, that we're missing?
I think we've covered a lot of ground, Brent, unless there's anything else you want to make sure we touch on here.
No, I think it's great to be with you on a Monday morning. Next time, Harry, we'll have to have some Bloody Marys.
Absolutely.
We're looking forward to a big year, and this space is red hot. It's a great place to be. Consumers love to be able to make stuff at home, and I think bartending is a little intimidating for some. So to make it easy for them just makes all the sense in the world for us. So we're looking forward to a great year.
All right, cool. Well, thanks, and good luck to you. And appreciate you. And we'll check back with you in a few months and see how it's going, if you don't mind.
Sounds great. We'd love to. Let's have a Bloody soon.
All right, great. Take care, Brent.
Bye, Sarah. Take care.
Thanks, Brent.